Hello guys, welcome to DIY Repair Now. Today we're going to be working on a Hotpoint dryer made by GE. The model number is on the display. The first thing you need to do is disconnect the appliance or turn off the breaker to avoid electric shock. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure why it's not working. The dryer is not coming on at all, and as you see, I was spinning the drum and the drum is spinning too freely. You're supposed to feel some tension while you put your hand on the drum. Now we're going to remove the two Phillips screws that's holding the top panel. Once you remove the two screws, you're going to go ahead and lift the lid and remove the top cover. Remember, it's 3 taps on the other side that you have to release. Now we're going to remove the two Phillips screws that holds the front panel. Once you do that, go ahead and take pictures if you remove any kind of wiring or remove anything. Now I'm trying to release the bottom of the panel because it's in a male to female connection in the bottom. You're going to be able to see that in this picture. This is the male and the female, it's in the front panel that I just removed. In this other picture, you can see the drive bell just leaning on the bottom of the dryer. Once you find out what's wrong with the dryer, you're gonna go ahead and get the new bell. You're gonna find a link in the description of this video. Once you get the new bell, try to compare the old one, the broken one, with the new one, just making sure it's the right size. And then proceed to do the installation. This is the way I measure it, just to have an idea if I got the right part. And it looks like we got the right part. Now we're gonna go ahead and start doing the installation, and just go around the drum. You're gonna be able to see that the dry bell has 2 sides. One, it has like 3 or 4 lines made out of rubber, and the other one is flat. Once you put the bell where it should be, around there, now we're going to go ahead and put the dry bell on the motor and the pulley, just like so. Once you got the dry bell in place, just go ahead and make sure you look for everything. Go ahead and clean the vent, do kind of maintenance on the dryer once you have take it apart if you like. As you see, it's a lot of length on the vent on this part of the dryer. All this length prevents the airflow from circulate the way it's supposed to. You'll be able to find coins, all kinds of things in these compartments. Go ahead and put that to the side. And this wire got disconnected while I was working on the dryer. So if in your job this wire got disconnected, go ahead and put this wires back again, like you see me doing in this footage. Once you do that, go ahead and supervise, make sure everything else is still fine. As you see, I'm removing any excess of length that is around. Go ahead and check this glides. It's a green and a clear glide around there, and go ahead and check the felt. As you see in this arrow that goes all the way around the bottom, make sure it's fine and it's not ripped or anything like that. In my case, one of the sides was kind of off the track, and I go ahead and put it where it should be, like you see right there. Trying to put it in place, and in some cases I see where the manufacturer put like a pender strap or a zip tie, however you want to call it. And like I said, just make sure is good all the way around. As you see, I'm trying to put it in the right track, but I'm not sure if it's going to stay in place, so I decide to put a zip tie to make sure it's going to stay in place. Make sure you put the zip tie that is not going to be in anything on the way. As you see in this video, make sure you be careful with sharp edges. I took a screenshot, that way you can see what I'm doing. Cut the excess of the zip tie and put it to the side. Now we're going to go ahead and install the front panel. And just remember, the bottom has a male to female hooks, and make sure you put them on the right spot to be able to align the front panel in place. And then just work your way around. Remember, make sure the wiring is still everything connected. Go ahead and lift a little bit the drum to put it on top of the glides. That way it slides the way it's supposed to. In this picture, I show you where in this part of the cabinet it has a male to female connection as well, and those have to align each other. You will hear a click once. There you go. Once it sits in place, now we're going to go ahead and install the 2 Phillips screws that holds this front panel from the inside of the cabinet. You can use a Phillips screwdriver or a Phillips bit with a drill. There you go. You can hear a click when it clicks in place. Once you do that, in my case, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in and make sure, just to do a demonstration for you guys, that everything is working and spinning the way it's supposed to. But for you guys, I would suggest you to finish the repair completely, because the way I'm doing this is a little dangerous. You see the bell the way it's supposed to, and this is how your dryer should be running once you install the new drive bell. I let it run for a little bit just to make sure the heat element is going to come on. Put my hand in there, and definitely we got hot air, and the only problem that we have with this dryer was the drive bell. Now we're going to go ahead and install the top panel. As you see, we have a male to female connections right there as well. You have to align those together, push it in, and then move it to the side. That way it sits in place the way it's supposed to. Now, to be able to put this top cover in place, you have to make sure that part where those yellow arrows goes on the bottom where the red arrows are. Once you do that, if it doesn't align up, just go ahead and start wiggle it, or go ahead and start banging on the back, because that have to align with that once it sits the way it's supposed to. As you see right there, I'm just trying to make sure it sits in place, but it's not doing it. Once I start banging, it sits in place. At this point, we're pretty much done. We only got to install the 2 Phillips long screws that holds the top panel in place. Like so. Do the other one. Go ahead and clean any excess of lint that is on your filter for a better ventilation. And make sure you clean your filter, your lint filter, every load. Once you do that, close the door. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications for future videos.